Imagine a child who has never once cried from being hurt. Touch a flame, fall, break a bone, and feel nothing at all. It sounds like a gift, a superpower, the end of suffering. You've probably wished it for yourself. But these children exist. They are real, and they are in terrible danger. Most of them will not live to grow old, because the thing you spend your life trying to avoid turns out to be the thing keeping you alive. Let's start with what it actually looks like. A baby is born, and everything seems perfectly normal. Then the teeth come in, and the baby begins to chew. Not food, its own fingers. There is no pain to tell it to stop. The parents find a problem, and a child calmly smiling. This condition has a name: congenital insensitivity to pain. The child feels touch, warmth, pressure, everything except pain. And without pain, the body has no alarm system. Think about what pain really is. It's not your enemy, it's a messenger. It says, stop, something is wrong.
Take away the messenger, and the damage never stops coming. A normal child learns the world through small hurts. The hot stove, the sharp corner, the twisted ankle. Each tiny pain writes a rule. Don't do that again. A child who feels nothing never learns those rules. They sit too long and starve their own joints of movement. They walk on a broken leg until the bone gives way. They burn a hand on a pan and simply watch it. Doctors call it a body that destroys itself quietly. Joints wear out, bones deform, infections spread unnoticed. By their teens, many have lost parts of themselves, not to a disease attacking them, but to the simple absence of a voice saying, "That hurts." And there's a crueler version still. Some can't feel pain and can't sweat, so they can't cool down. A hot day alone can be fatal. Their own body overheats. So where does this come from? The answer is astonishingly small.
In 2006, scientists studied a family in Pakistan. A boy who performed on the street, walking on knives, unbothered. He felt nothing, and it cost him his life. They found the cause in a single gene, SCN9A. It builds a tiny gate on your nerves called NaV1.7. That gate is the doorway pain uses to reach your brain. Break the gene, and the door is sealed shut forever. The signal still fires from the wound. It just never arrives. One broken gate, one silenced alarm, one life in danger. But the deepest lesson came from somewhere unexpected, from one of the oldest, most feared diseases in history, leprosy. For thousands of years, everyone believed it made the body rot. The afflicted were exiled, feared, called unclean. Then in the 1940s, a surgeon named Paul Brand asked one question. What if the disease wasn't eating their flesh at all? He noticed something in a hospital in India, late at night. A patient's hand was damaged, but with no new disease. Brand set a trap and watched.
And found rats. Patients were being bitten in their sleep and never woke. Because leprosy doesn't destroy the body directly. It kills the nerves. It takes away pain. It silences the alarm. And everything after, the wounds, the lost fingers, was simply injury that no one could feel. They gripped tools too tightly and tore their own hands. They stepped on a nail and walked for days. The horror of leprosy was never the disease. It was the silence. Brand had proven it. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is protection. So sit with that for a second. Everything you've been taught about pain is half a lie. You treat it as something to escape, to numb, to kill. And sometimes, of course, you should. But pain itself is not the damage. Pain is your body's love letter, written in the only language that works. It's the reason you pull your hand from the fire in time. The reason you rest the ankle and protect the wound. 10,000 times a day, pain saves you, and you never thank it. You only notice it when it screams. The people who can't hear it would trade anything to. They live one unfelt injury away from the end. So here's the strange truth about that superpower you imagined. A life without pain is not a life without suffering. It's a life where the suffering arrives silently and too late. The child smiling with a hurt hand isn't lucky. They're alone, in a body that can no longer warn them. Pain is not a flaw in the design of being human. It's one of the most sophisticated gifts evolution ever built. A guardian that never sleeps, watching every inch of you. Demanding, exhausting, impossible to ignore, on purpose. Because the alternative is a quiet that kills.
The next time something hurts, the burn, the ache, the sharp and sudden sting, notice that for one strange moment, it means the system works. It means a signal reached you. It means you can still respond. It means your body is still fighting to keep you whole. The people who feel nothing aren't free of pain. They're free of the one thing that was trying to save them. You were never suffering alone. It hurts because it cares.